snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh.
Hello and welcome to Braving the North, a newcomer's experience. When living in the Great White North, the only real, effective form of travel is snowshoeing. Throughout the winters that I've spent here in Canada, I've been snowshoeing to school on a daily basis on these snowshoes. Let's face it, modern technology, what you guys may call cars, are only effective during warm months, aka 60 days out of 365 in a whole year. Quite frankly, cars are a waste of money and are a useless investment. What you really need is a good pair of snowshoes. Now before we get started, you need to make sure that you have a good quality pair of snowshoes. Once you have that, it's really important that you fasten them properly before heading out. The last thing you want is your feet slipping out of them. So let me show you these snowshoes that have been sitting right here the whole video. So these right here are pretty old pair of snowshoes. You don't see them around that often. They're actually my friend's grandma's and they've been around for quite a while. As you can see, the straps on this aren't as visible. So I'm actually going to head over to our snowshoeing expert who's going to show us how to put on a modern pair of snowshoes correctly.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
Make sure you get all the snow off your boot before you put it into the snowshoe. You want to make sure that your foot is in comfortably, but it's important that your toe doesn't hit the decking of the snowshoe. So these particular snowshoes have a ratchet latch system, so basically you just keep pumping it until it's tight enough. So once you've done that, you can tighten your instep strap. Once you do that, you're ready to go.
To our expert who just taught us how to put snowshoes on wonderfully. Now that you've got your snowshoes on and you know how to use them, make sure you know exactly where you're going. Take a map, mark out a trail, and be familiar with the area. Even if you're not new at this, make sure you have extra layers of warm clothing and take a bag, a small bag, like this one, a first aid kit. You can get them pre-packed at any hiking store. Just shove that in there. A water bottle, extremely essential to stay hydrated when you're out, and a cell phone, or if you have one, a satellite phone to make sure that you can stay in touch with people in case of an emergency.
Now if you think you're super Canadian and you don't need snowshoes to walk through deep snow, think again. I went on a search to find the most Canadian person I could find and came across a girl named Michaela Warden. As you can see, she's having an extremely tough time walking, and honestly, if she can't do it, I don't think anyone can. Now, if she had snowshoes, she would have gotten through the snow faster and without sinking into the deep snow. To go uphill, you simply walk as if you were walking normally. A good strategy that can be used when going uphill in powder is packing the snow. This can be done by taking a step and pounding the snow out a few times to make sure you have a sturdy base to stand on. This technique is especially useful in deeper snow. Going downhill is a little bit trickier. Keep your body upright so you don't tumble down the hill and keep your knees slightly bent. Think of it as running downstairs. Lift your feet, bend your knees, but make sure your snowshoes don't flip out from under you.
Snowshoeing techniques and safety precautions. Join us next time on Braving the North, a newcomer's experience.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.